I've just spoken to the farmer who tends these fields all around this place. And come over here. Hello, ladies. Hello, beauties.
I just don't want to necessarily scare them.
See all of these rocks? It's obviously from an old wall line or something like that. But we're directly behind the cottage at the minute, and he's just given us permission to take as many of these as we want to build the wall for the Georgian garden. So this is the most sensible place to take them from. Dump them in a wheelbarrow and you're talking a 2-second trip.
So you also asked him, well, you broached the subject of metal detecting.
Mm-hmm.
And he's invited us over for a cuppa.
Yeah.
Contrast that with our last meeting with the farmer.
Well, not at this place. Everyone here's been dead nice. Not used to the selfie stick yet, are you?
No, I can't. It's counterintuitive, isn't it? It's like when you need to look on that side, you need to go that way. What are we doing?
Going for a picnic.
Well, it's not a picnic, really. It's just a cheese sandwich.
Well, it's a picnic, we're eating out. Yeah, close by the house there's a couple of interesting old things that we're, well, I can see one of them from here, it's right there.
Yeah, it's right there. We're not going to show them, though, are we? It looks amazing, isn't it? Look at it. Do you think that's the best of its kind?
No.
Oh, okay. Now, the last time we were here, there were no cows in that field. And what you're looking at is the last surviving wall of it. Is it?
Well, let's go a bit closer.
Well, I mean, what's the age?
Nobody knows the history of this place.
We're just obviously concerned about the cows because they've all got young ones with them. We don't want to disturb them, so we might have to double back on ourselves and go a different way.
But this church is so ancient that the history of it is lost. And there's another very important ancient church nearby, which comes from the time that Christianity first came to this area, you know, in your sort of 500, 600 AD. So, judging by the size and shape of it, it could be a Celtic church. Very, very, very old anyway.
That's slightly disappointing now that the cow's been here, because I was hoping to really do a long form chat about this chapel. They just charged us, didn't they?
Well, they all started walking towards us rather quickly, so we hopped over the gate. Luckily, we'd already made it past them all.
It's just curiosity, because we was coming towards the gate. They probably thought it was going to be let out.
Can't be too careful.
Not around cows.
This was something that we were surprised to come across the other day when we came up here.
Well, we didn't know it was here, did we?
Well, I didn't see it on any of the maps.
You can see it from Google Earth.
Give me a field of sheep any day. Hello, ladies.
Oh, they're off, that was it. Now this is an old 1930s, 40s pump station.
Drew Pritchard would be all over that light fixture.
Yeah, this is stunning. If we could find out who owned this, we'd have that in a second. We'll have to put this back because it's obviously designed to keep the sheep out.
Another very nice light fixture. Paint peel.
Oh, Adam Mark.
I'd be all over that as well.
Can't talk today. This has all been renewed. The stickers on this was in use in probably 2000. How bizarre. Yeah, there's no fittings on it. Bit smelly. Yeah, let me just show them this. That label could just be the actual name of the whatever that is. It's like an RCD unit, on-off switch, isn't it? But a lot of this is newish. It definitely looks like late 20th century, if not 21st.
25 years old, Scott. You said it's not that long ago. It's at least 25 years ago. It's a quarter of a century, Scott.
I can't handle the 2000s. I always think that I'm living in 2005, and it doesn't move from that point. But yeah, 25 years ago, the millennia.
The sheep have knocked over one of these posts since we were up here last. They're such hooligans.
Yeah, they have, haven't they? That was up.
We're having a party.
It's a nice old door. You could do something with that. Do you remember that door we found that time?
Yeah, a beautiful, beautiful door.
Just
Nice.
come across things, don't you?
Nice bit of patina on that.
It's like when we came across the fire. Yeah, the first one that we used in the island. Fire basket. I know sheep, what they're going to do is they're just going to hit that and it'll fall on them.
So long as the wee lambs can't get in and get stuck.
There. Now, that's solid. It's wedged in there. Lamb can't get through there.
Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt.
And there's, if anybody else needs any like sheep barriers building, my rates are quite reasonable.
Should we get the drone up and see what it looks like inside? Well, so much for that idea. It's just too windy for the drone. My hat's about to blow off in demonstrative fashion.
The problem is when it's near buildings and the vortexes, it's too small because it's a mini. It's just too small to compensate, and it just bounces all over the place. So I got tons of footage, but none of it's smooth, and it just looks terrible. So
well,
I've used whatever I can.
When we were up here the other day, we went. You do the thing, which is let's just go to the next rise, and let's just go to, and well, actually, I'm quite glad that you do that because it means that we see wonderful things. Because the other day you said let's just go over there and look at the view. And that's when we spotted something interesting over in the trees, forgotten and interesting over in the trees there, which we're going to take you next. But one of the first weekends we spent together touring around Scotland, Glen, because you'd been in Edinburgh for some time and you'd never been up that way. So I took you on a drive, and it was November. We went to Glencoe, it was snowing. We stopped and you did the thing, let's just climb to the top of there, and then there was another horizon point, let's just climb to the top of there, and it was really quite quickly that we got above the cloud level. It was quite low, and we saw a white rainbow. And
a snowbow.
A snowbow.
That's what they call it.
A very rare phenomenon. I took a picture of it. It's on my old PC, so I don't think I have access to it anymore. Maybe you do.
I have photographs of us up there, but I don't have that particular photograph because that's spectacular. But this is so rare that the BBC reported on it on the next day.
It was. It felt like a blessing.
It was amazing. It was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen.
A white rainbow. Anyway, let's away.
Well, wait for me then.
There's a lamb here that needs putting back on this side of the fence.
Okay. Can you make the cuckoo?
Before we do anything else, I'm just going to help this lamb get back to its mum. Come on, sweetie. This way. Come on, darling.
She's trying to outflank it. That's it. If you get in front of a sheep, it will just run in the opposite direction. This is Katie, if you can see her over there, doing her best sheepdog
Come on, darling.
impression.
Come on, then. You feel safe behind the trees. Come on, then. Come on, then. Go that way. Go on, then. Go on, then. You can do it. Knows where its mummy is.
Well, that was a success.
Cute wee lamb.
When I moved behind the tree, because she kept coming down this way towards the gate and she kept seeing me and running back. So when I hid behind the tree, did the trick.
Well, she went straight off to see her mother. She knows exactly where she is, calling to her. So, good deed done for the day. Now we have to walk across really, really tricky terrain, isn't it?
The reason for coming out here today and before the weather changed is because this would be a quagmire if we let the rain hit it. So
it's due to start raining in a couple of days, so we thought we'd better venture out. It's not easy going though. So now in the centre of the screen you can clearly see the old homestead that we found. It's named after some old cairns that are nearby.
They're in the trees at the back of it. In that forestry land over there to the right, there's a huge collection of cairns.
Quite a substantial homestead. This is just absolutely nightmare terrain as far as I'm concerned. I think the cows have been on it. Churned it all up.
It reminds me of the land around Hillcroft.
It reminds me of going to, I guess, the 80s equivalent of soft play, which was in a place in Edinburgh called Little Marco's. And they had a ball pit, you know, one of those plastic ball pits. I hated it. It was like the stuff of nightmares, like you couldn't move. You just floundered.
Well, was this last week?
A couple of weeks back. Little Marco's.
Now this is the old boundary wall, and this is the easiest route to get to this homestead.
There's a cuckoo over there, hooting its little head off. I read up on cuckoos the other day. I didn't realise until I read up on them what absolute arseholes they are.
Tyrants.
Well, this part was a byre. So there's a little window there. It's an old bed frame. That's what it looks like anyway. Yeah, Victorian headboard or footboard.
Well, that is 100% a Victorian like bedstead, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've sold these when obviously they've been in pristine condition. But have you ever come across anything like this in one of these places?
Nah, they're normally completely empty. I can see some farm equipment over there as well. There's an old like gear, cast iron gear.
It's a nightmare to film in here with all the dappled light. So apologies. But that's kind of an incredible find. I know it's just a piece of scrap metal, but you never find the furniture of the people that lived here in these places.
No. The other thing I notice is that holly over there is ancient. That must predate this. And on the 1800s map, it does show, in particular, two trees. I wonder if it's these two hollies. And there's a dooryard, or a kale yard, I guess they call them in America, because there's a walled-off garden at the front. Oh, hey. Did you see this last time? Something in here.
That's just incredible.
It's a porcelain caster. What on earth is it? Oh, it's not coming out of there. It look like it's
a table.
But this is attached to it. It looks like a trolley to me.
Well, yeah, it's a table trolley.
A table trolley, one of those table trolleys.
Cast iron chair. I can't say that I've seen that many of them, but with it having those casters on, as we know, the chairs had those casters on as well.
Cast iron frame. Strange thing.
That is so bizarre.
All these pretty blue flowers. What are these? Forget-me-nots.
Well, whatever it is, I think it's beyond restoration.
Shall we have
A cheese sandwich?
a sandwich in the old homestead? Are you done?
Nearly. Just drink at the end of this.
What's that? See that sticking up on the corner? What is it? Something metal.
I know exactly what it is. Well, we can all see what it is. You're going to love this.
Oh, cool. Wow, that's been sitting there a while.
Right, just so everybody doesn't think that this has been planted there, look, it has been sat in that place for a very long time.
Look at that. Well, what a nice thing to find.
Well, we found that about the metal detector, and the only real thing of any significance we found with the metal detector was an old horseshoe, wasn't it? Of about the same age, I would think.
That
But
must...
we can. What's the word I'm looking for? We can actually find the age of that easily because there are horseshoe geeks out there.
I think that must be from a heavy horse. So I think it must be for ploughing because there's these like studs. Those would have gone into the ground. Must have been to get a purchase on the...
Pulling barrels. I got there in the end.
Well, I think we should take that and put it on the stable door once it's redone. Do you think?
That is 100% coming home with us. And I don't care what anybody has to say about it. It's a beautiful thing. It's a lovely object. Great history to it. And yeah, we'll hang it above the door.
Nice. Nice to find something from here and bring it home. Well, that's the fireplace. If this hadn't all tumbled in, I would 100% be looking under the hearthstone. Because very often they buried things under the hearthstone.
That's a big lintel, that, isn't it?
It's a cool shape.
Yeah.
Got your big cog, Alan.
What do you think these were for? Oh my God, they weigh a ton.
A pulley.
I tell you what, the Victorians, they knew how to make something, didn't they? Could you imagine carting all the poor ponies that had to cart this stuff all the way up here? Oh, what it was for? Guess it's just been, I mean, there's no more, is there? There's just these two pieces.
Yeah.
But even to find, I can't even pick that up, it's that heavy. Oh. Even to find these two pieces in situ is I think I'm going to have to go and have a sit down. Now, on the map, this is the site of the well. So that's what this will be. I doubt there'll be anything to actually look at, but this is to keep the cattle off. But that will be the old well down there. There seems to be like more dotted around. Just over the brow of the hill there, in that direction, there's another homestead. But we're not going to get to that today, unfortunately. But what a beautiful spot this is. I think I've found the midden.
You're not going to bring home some scabial, you are going to bring home some scabial bits of pot, aren't you?
Archaeology, you don't dig, you scrape.
That's quite pretty. What are you going to do with it? Make a mosaic? Coffee table?
What happens wherever we move to, I end up getting a massive jar full of this. Do we ever bring it with us when we move?
No, you collect it in a jar and eventually I throw the jar away.
Did you throw the one on the island away?
I may have. Can neither confirm nor deny.
That's terrible. This is hand painted. Probably a bowl. Well, there'll be loads around here. But we don't have any tools with us. And we don't have permission. So, but that's nice. I'm keeping that. Taking it home. See this sticking, this was just sticking out and I thought it was a pipe bowl. I got really excited then. It's just a bloody pebble.
Your archaeology shows are great, you know.
Well, we're nearly out of battery, aren't we?
Yeah.
The reason for this is it was all fully charged before we got here, but it's the light levels. It takes the battery power and throws it into the screen so you can see what you're filming. And that's what the problem is.
Well, I think we've pretty much exhausted it anyway.
Well, you know me, I want to film as much as I possibly can. I'd have stayed up here for another hour. But if we can't film anything...
It's a very, very bonny spot.
It's beautiful. It's stunning. I love it.
And it would have been a very nice home for someone and their animals.